Let's be honest, buying a soundbar seems like the easiest upgrade you can make. You pick one, plug it in, and expect that cinematic wow moment right in your living room. But here's the reality so many people face. They get it all set up, press play on their favorite movie, and that wow never really comes. It just sounds a little louder, maybe a little fuller, but not transformative. If that's you, or if you want to avoid that disappointment altogether, here's the truth. It's almost never the soundbar's fault. It's the subtle mistakes we make when choosing and setting it up. Today, I'm diving deep into 5 critical, costly mistakes people make when buying a soundbar. Get this right, and even a budget-friendly system will absolutely blow you away. Let's jump right in. Mistake number 1 is the most common, and it's all about defying physics. Buying a standalone soundbar, no subwoofer, and expecting satisfying bass. A soundbar is designed to be slim, to fit under your TV. The drivers inside are maybe big, to produce truly deep, low-frequency bass, the kind you feel in your chest during explosion or a musical crescendo. You need to move a significant amount of air. A tiny driver in a thin enclosure simply cannot do that. It's like trying to cool down a large room with a desktop fan. It's just the wrong tool for the job. That is why the 2.1 or 3.1 designation is so important. That .1 is the dedicated subwoofer channel. A separate subwoofer box has a larger driver, a dedicated amplifier, and the physical space to create that pressure wave we perceive as deep bass. Even a small, affordable wireless subwoofer placed in the corner of your room will do more for your home theater experience than the most expensive standalone soundbar. It's the single most impactful component. So rule number 1, unless you only watch news broadcasts, your system must include a subwoofer. Alright, mistake number 2 is a technical pitfall that ruins a lot of setups. Using the wrong connection, specifically relying on Bluetooth for your primary home theater audio. Here's the breakdown. Bluetooth is fantastic for streaming music from your phone. It's convenient, but it is never designed for demanding synchronized needs for a home theater setup. The audio is heavily compressed to travel wirelessly, which strips out details. It also introduces latency, a tiny delay between what you see on screen and what you hear. That lip sync issue will drive you insane. This is where your cables define your quality. You have a kind of hierarchy here. The bottom tier is Bluetooth and aux. Yep, that 3.5mm audio connector. Try avoiding both for TV use. Then comes the good tier, which is the optical cable. This delivers clean digital sound, but it has its own caveats like bandwidth limitations. It can't carry the latest high-resolution audio formats like Dolby Atmos. So the gold standard is where things actually sound awesome. HDMI ARC, and especially HDMI eARC. HDMI ARC or audio return channel is a game changer. One cable handles everything. It sends video from your sources to the TV and sends audio back from the TV to the soundbar. It enables CEC, so one remote controls volume. The sound is full quality, uncompressed, and perfectly in sync. HDMI eARC, the enhanced version of ARC, is the latest standard. It has vastly more bandwidth, meaning it can effortlessly pass through immersive object-based audio formats like Dolby Atmos and DTS:X without compromise. So before you buy anything, go look at the ports on your TV. Find the HDMI port labeled ARC or eARC. That port is your new best friend. Buy a soundbar that matches that capability. We spend hours comparing specs online, but often forget the most important spec of all, our living room. Mistake number 3 is buying a soundbar without considering the size and shape of your space. You see, audio isn't created in a vacuum. Sound waves interact with your walls, your furniture, and the volume of air in the room. A system with 50 watts of power might be deafening in a study, but completely anemic in an open plan loft. So here's how to size your system. Small rooms like bedrooms or offices under 150 square feet, a 2.1 channel system is ideal. It's powerful enough to fill the space without overwhelming it. Medium rooms like your standard living room, roughly 150 and 300 square feet, this is the sweet spot for a 3.1 system. The dedicated center channel is crucial here. It anchors dialogue to the screen, making voices crystal clear even if you're sitting off to the side. A 5.1 system can also start to shine here. Large rooms are anything over 300 square feet, and for these you need power and dispersion. Look for a 5.1 system or higher with stronger drivers and a larger subwoofer. You might even consider upward firing speakers for height effects since the sound has more space to develop. Here's a quick pro tip. If you have a large room but a tight budget, prioritize a more powerful subwoofer. Filling a big space with bass is the hardest job. This mistake is all about marketing versus reality. You see terms like virtual surround sound or Dolby Atmos on the box of a simple 2.1 soundbar, and you expect a full 360-degree audio experience. Let's be clear, virtual processing is clever software. It uses psychoacoustics to kinda trick your brain into perceiving a wider soundstage from the front. But it cannot physically place sounds behind you or directly above you. For that, you need physical speakers in those locations. So here's a trio of realistic tiers. Tier number 1, better TV sound. Here, your goal is clear dialogue, richer music, and more impact than TV speakers. A 2.1 or 3.1 system is perfect. Then comes Tier 2, immersive surround sound. You want the helicopter to fly from behind you to in front of you. You need a 5.1 system with physical rear or side speakers. Cinematic height and immersion. You want to hear rain falling from above or planes soaring overhead. For that, you need upward firing speakers or dedicated height channels like 5.1.2 system and a ceiling that can properly reflect sound. Understanding which tier you're buying into is the key to satisfaction. The final trap is prestige. We default to brands we recognize from TVs or headphones. But in the soundbar world, a famous logo is not a guarantee of performance. Often, you're paying for marketing and seamless TV integration, not better sound. Some of the most impressive sound I've heard has come from cheaper brands. And honestly, I've tested expensive flagship soundbars from Samsung, LG and Sony that didn't perform really well. So here's your precaution checklist. When comparing models, open a Notes app and answer these questions. Is it 3.1, 5.1, 5.1.2? More channels usually mean more immersion. What's the driver size? An 8-inch or 10-inch sub will outperform a 6.5-inch. Does it have HDMI eARC? Most soundbars today do, but always double check. Does it list Dolby Atmos and DTS:X? Even virtual support still matters. Look for watts RMS, not max or peak. RMS is the true sustained output, and generally higher is better. So there you have it. Avoid these 5 mistakes: the bass trap, the connection conundrum, ignoring your room, falling for virtual hype, and brand hypnosis, and you will choose a winner. But knowledge is only half the battle. Now I want to hear from you. Pause this video for a second, look at your TV setup, look at your room. Which of these mistakes were you about to make, or maybe already made? Was it the subwoofer, the HDMI cable, or the room size? Tell me in the comments. It genuinely helps me make better videos for you. If this deep dive saved you time, money or frustration, please hit that like button. It tells YouTube this video is helpful. Subscribe and hit the bell for more content that cuts through tech marketing and gives you real actionable advice. Now let's say you've chosen the perfect soundbar using this guide. Your next hurdle: how do you actually connect it? What settings do you need to change your TV? I have a complete step-by-step video that shows you exactly how to connect your soundbar to your TV. So watch that next to complete your perfect home theater. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.